17. Okay, so they're getting after some extraction work there, which is always a good thing. Something to keep an eye on. All right, we've got a kind of a long-winded story here. We're going to let Mia take care of this for us. This comes from our friends at Benzinga. Yesterday about 9:30 a.m. Driven by STEM is a DAAS platform designed for the future of the cannabis industry. It's exciting. It's going to talk quite a bit about quite a few tickers. So let's let Mia take it away and have a good listen.
With cannabis industry sales projected to grow at a compound annual growth rate (CAGR) of 21%, reaching more than $41 billion by 2025 from $13.2 billion in 2019. 2021 is proceeding at a steady pace with multiple mergers and acquisitions (M&As) underway. Many deals have caught the industry's attention in the past few months with companies like Jazz Pharmaceuticals and Nasdaq, Jazz acquiring GW Pharmaceuticals and Nasdaq, GW Peach Cresco Labs, OTC, CLBF acquiring Origin House, Canopy Growth Corporation and Nasdaq, CGC, and Acreage Holdings, OTC, ACIHF are on a path to merge, and Indus Holding Incorporated, OTCQX, INDXF acquiring Lowell Herb Company. The time has not been better for the industry. As more states legalize cannabis, and the dream to be federally legal moves closer, more M&As will likely keep getting headline attention during 2021. One great example of industry expansion and innovation is cannabis and hemp company STEM Holdings Incorporated, OTCQX, STMHCSE, STEM. STEM recently completed the acquisition of e-commerce and DAAS, a delivery as a service provider Driven Deliveries Incorporated, formerly OTCQB, DRVE, giving birth to Driven by STEM. Without a doubt, this is only one of the many great things ahead for the company this year. Why is this M&A special? Vertical integration is known as owning all production stages of a business without involving a third party. The cannabis chain starts with seeds for great genetics, cultivation and processing, and wholesale retail operations with branded finished goods sold directly to end users. This business model allows cannabis operators to have better oversight and control of the seed-to-sale process, including superior quality and compliance with the current state-by-state regulatory environment, a prerequisite for the leaders of the space that want accretive margins. However, as social distancing and the current pandemic took over last year and accelerated the need for virtuality, an additional layer to the vertical model became necessary, as consumers required more than just relying on going to retail cannabis dispensaries as stores, and demanded home delivery, as in other consumer goods sectors. STEM Holdings Incorporated, DBA Driven by STEM, is known for its proprietary capabilities in sustainable cultivation, processing, extraction, and R&D, with a family of cannabis brands in all segments from flower to edibles and extracts, as well as wholesale and retail distribution operations aligned with state-by-state regulations. STEM Holdings CEO Adam Burke, a pioneer in home meal delivery who started Osmio, quickly recognized the trend toward cannabis home delivery and acquired Driven Deliveries. Driven Deliveries is a proprietary cannabis DAAS platform servicing California, the single largest cannabis market, reaching 92% of the state population with its beauty and ganjarana services. This created, as Burke describes, the first multi-state, vertically integrated, farm-to-home trademark symbol, F2H cultivation and technology omnichannel cannabis company, featuring a proprietary DAAS marketplace platform that can rapidly be expanded into new markets. Driven by STEM will integrate this platform into its existing markets beginning in Oregon, and expand in its own trading areas as well as through strategic partnerships. Driven by STEM will accelerate growth with great brands and products, disruptive innovation, streamlined supply chain and infrastructure, and a DaaS platform for home delivery, the fastest-growing trend in cannabis to build shareholder value with excellence in execution as a unique cannabis and technology company, stated Burke. Customer loyalty driven by superior CX/UX will be pivotal to our growth.
All right, thank you, Mia. That was a great report. Next up, we're going to look at Gage Cannabis expands Cookies retail footprint in Michigan, opening its 7th dispensary in the state. Love the great state of Michigan. It's close by. This came out yesterday at 10:25 a.m. via Newswire. The Gage Cannabis Company, Gage, or the company is leading high-quality cannabis brand and operator in Michigan, announced it will begin serving adult-use consumers at its second Cookies provisioning center in Kalamazoo, starting on Saturday, March 6th. The announcement comes quickly after the Cookies location in Kalamazoo opened its doors to serve all patients with a valid Michigan medical marijuana ID card late in February. Cookies, an international cannabis lifestyle brand founded by rapper and entrepreneur Berner, opened its first Michigan location in January of 2020. Gage is Cookies' exclusive partner in the state and operates the only Cookies dispensaries in the Midwest. Cookies. Located at 2712 Portage Street, Cookies storefront in Kalamazoo is Gage's 7th retail location in Michigan. It will carry the entire family of Cookies offerings, including cookies, lemonade, runts, powers up, genetics, mints. I can go on and on with all this, okay? Looks like they're going to be open for curbside pickup from 8 a.m. till 10 p.m. I'm assuming 7 days a week. Let's see. The newest provisioning center extends access to quality cannabis products to consumers throughout western Michigan, regions bordering Lake Michigan, including Chicago, Illinois, and South Bend, Indiana. During the opening weekend in late February, Gage hosted raffles and offered promotional giveaways for medical patients, and comedian and YouTube personality Carlos Davis visited the storefront. Okay, sounds like they're going to have a good opening today. It's a beautiful day for it, so we wish them all the luck. Just like to give a shout out to the dispensaries around Niles, Buchanan, and Edwardsburg. There are more and more of them coming in every time. I think total 7 or 8 now we have up there just across the state line. And they're all wonderful places. Just shout them out by name real quick. Relief, Greenstem Provisioning, High Profile, Zenleaf, Cannabis to Wellness, and there's another one in Edwardsburg that I can't remember the name. But all great places, a lot of great people working there. Highly recommend you give them a visit. If you're in Michigan and if you enjoy cannabis. That's the only reason you'd want to go. All right, that's good news for Michigan, good news for Kalamazoo, more jobs. It's never a bad thing. Here's one about Hero Technologies. Forms a subsidiary for Massachusetts Acquisitions. Total Massachusetts cannabis sales surpassed $1 billion in the 2020 market, growing fast. Dover, Delaware, March 5th, 2021, from our friends at AccessWire. Hero Technologies. On the OTC Pink market, it is HENC. Hero Technologies, a cannabis company advancing towards a vertically integrated business model, today announced that it has formed a subsidiary, Mass Cannabis LLC, to seek property or land acquisition opportunities in the state of Massachusetts, as well as potentially initiate dispensary projects. Since legalized cannabis was first sold in Massachusetts in late 2018, it has generated a total of over $1 billion in retail sales, according to state's Cannabis Control Commission. The commission reported in that the first year of legal cannabis availability, sales surged to almost $40 million, and an analysis by the cannabis data company Headset estimated that 2020 sales would reach close to $650 million. All right, well, Massachusetts, a big market on the East Coast there. A lot of concentration of population there. I don't know what's taking them so long to get their stuff together, the state of Massachusetts. I've heard horror stories about them. So, well, I think we're going to talk about one more thing here before we wrap it up for this Saturday edition. A little wrap-up of the week. All right, here's an interesting one we've talked about before, Lowell Farms Incorporated. They're emerging from acquisition with an eye towards dominance in California's cannabis industry and beyond. Okay. This came out yesterday, 4 p.m. on the Dow Jones Newswire. Lowell Farms Incorporated emerges from acquisition with an eye towards dominance in California's cannabis industry and beyond. Formerly Indus Holdings Incorporated, a cannabis leader completes name change and lays out strategy for future success. All right, this looks like it's coming to us from Salinas, California, March 5th, 2021, in the afternoon, from Globe Newswire. Lowell Farms Incorporated, the company, on the Cannabis Stock Exchange. You can find it at LOWL. On the OTCQX, you can find it as LOWLF. A leading vertically integrated California-focused cannabis company has completed its previously announced corporate name change following the acquisition by Indus Holdings of Lowell Farms. The combined company is now operating under the Lowell Farms Incorporated name. So Lowell Farms is went through a name change. Here's a little blurb about Lowell Farms. Lowell Farms Incorporated, CSE, you can find it at LOWL. On the OTCQX, you can find it at LOWLF. Is a California-based vertically integrated cannabis company with advanced production capabilities supporting every step of the supply chain, including cultivation, extraction, manufacturing, brand sales, marketing, and distribution. Founded in 2014 as Indus Holdings, Lowell Farms grows artisan craft cannabis with a deep love and respect for the plant and prides itself on using sustainable materials from seed to sale to produce an extensive portfolio of award-winning original and licensed brands, including Lowell Herb Company, Cypress Cannabis, Moon, and Kaizen Medicinals for licensed retailers statewide. All right. That wraps it up for today, folks. Something about Lowell Farms. Don't have anything in it. Never really heard of it from, until just a little while ago. So I'm going to keep an eye on it myself. Pretty interesting. We're going to take it out here with the week in cannabis. And we're going to let Mia take this out for us. Talk about this. This is a little story from Benzinga. Kind of wraps up the week in cannabis. Talks about all the highlights. Go ahead and take it away, Mia.
The week in cannabis, Virginia legalizes, houseplant hits the U.S., big retail makes moves. The 3rd of May 1921, 4:33 p.m. Eastern Time, Benzinga print. In a week where most stocks took a beating, cannabis equities were no exception. All major ETFs posted considerable losses over the last 5 trading days. The EFMG Alternative Harvest EF NYSE, MJ lost 6%. The Advisor Shares Pure Cannabis EF NYSE, YOLO tumbled 8.3%. Advisor Shares Pure US Cannabis EF NYSE, MSOS dropped 6.3%. The Cannabis EF NYSE, THCX slipped 7.9%. The Amplify Seymour Cannabis EF NYSE, CNBS fell 8.9%. The SPER S&P 500 EEF Trust in YSE, SPY was up 0.9%, after recovering from Thursday's losses on Friday afternoon. One move that pretty much flew under the radar,